embrace the CEO role and like the leader role, maybe even especially if it's still with your father, which the dynamic there is interesting. But any thoughts on, maybe if there was other founders that are watching this, the CEO role is challenging and it has a lot of pressures. So how do you handle that?
You are honest with your team, but honestly, you protect your team. And what I mean by that, fortunately, the father-son dynamic in this case is a little different. My father is a little bit older, so we use him for situational development in terms of he's an expert at what he does. It's my job to think of the product and market and solutions and to try to find a way to monetize and to provide the vehicle to put the technology into. So there's a lot of research involved. My marketing background helps me with that. My relationships with people help us move that along, but no person is an island. But there has to be a certain stubbornness. I see a lot of founders, they think it's easy. I'm going to make a startup. There's things like, what, if you go out on your own, I can go out and I have like 3 months put away. No.
Good luck.
Yeah, especially when we came out, I didn't expect to get back into technology. I mean, I was a graphic designer a long time ago. I just thought I'd be able to do some design jobs, start my own little agency, whatever. And then together, because it's a family thing. It's about finishing what he started. Then there is no failure. I had a vice president once. He was my mentor, and he told me. And by the way, mentors are totally important. Mm-hmm. I am what I am because of the people that I've been fortunate enough to have crossed my path.
Right.
But yeah, he said it's like Cortez. I believe that's the person he subscribed to. It's like Cortez said, burn the boats.
Yeah.
So there's no way to go back, right? And there really isn't.
Well, and that's an interesting segue to the concept of failure. So you're saying they're essentially burn the boats. You're not even acknowledging failure. It's all forward progress. But what happens if you hit that stall point? What happens if you're looking around saying, is this working or not?
It's total feast or famine. When we raised the money and we planned it out and even signed on for our next round, things were good. But when things like the money, or at least for the next round, doesn't come in, then what do you do? And even though you may see it coming and you plan for it, nothing's guaranteed.
Right.
And doesn't matter how well you prep for it. How stubborn are you going to be? And sometimes by burning the boats, so the best answer I can give you is I heard that a Navy SEAL commander, and I'm stealing this from someone, he says anytime there's a problem, he says, thank you, God, for the opportunity.
Right.
And that's all it is, because actually some of our best decisions, like our decisions to pivot to the case, we were flat into a wall. There's no money coming in. There's no second job. There's basically try to find a solution. It hurts. And what are you willing to do? What is your pride willing to give up? Yeah. There is no pride in being a founder unless you are fortunate to be in a situation that the money just keeps rolling in and life is good. But I think that's rare.
It is rare. But it also,